Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, it is the National Sprintcar Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Cars. Tonight, yes, we travel to Barbersville, Florida, here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you in the booth with you for tonight as we get set for qualifying. Alan Smurl in car number 73. He'll go fourth quick with a 15.525. Brandon Igo in car number 45 on the racetrack right now, all trying to run down John Bragg with a 15.440. Brandon Igo won't get a lap time in. Joe Isabel fourth, make that fifth quick as Aaron Schaefer goes quick time. Stephen Vogelson in car number 39. We'll see what kind of time he can produce here. We're looking at about 36, 37 drivers signed into the pit area for tonight. Tim Nichols, and that's at the iRacing.com. Tim Sims at Dirt Track Simulators, number 21, 26 quick with a 15.669. Well, it's safe to say Jeremy Isabel has got the field covered with a 15.324. He is over 1/10 quicker. Nichols looking to improve on the time, will not. Matthew Seymour on the racetrack right now in the 003 car. Matthew Seymour on screen. Seymour will in fact, won't even stop the charts there, as there goes qualifying. It is done and dusted. Well done to Jeremy Isabel. He goes quick time here this evening. The first of 4 heat races on the program for tonight. There will be 8 laps in distance. Top 4. Going to move on to the main event. Top 2 will go into the dash. As let's take a look. Heat race number 1 at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole in car number 03, going quick time tonight, it's Jeremy Isabel. Justin Williams going to start out of position number 2. Out of position number 3, the Catfish of Chris Roberts. Position 4 will be Shea Paulo. Starting position number 5 in car number 23, that'll be Justin Stolz. And Carl McKinney in car number 6 going to start off out of position number 6. Position number 7, driving the 238, that's Anthony Marvuglio and James Simmons in car number 72. Will roll off out of position number 8. And your 5th and final row, driving car number 2 out of position number 9, that's Patrick Spangler. And Stephen Vogelsong in car number 39 will start position number 10. You see all the likes, shares and follows coming through. A couple of broadcasts going on at the same time right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. So wherever you're watching, we hope you are enjoying the coverage here on this Wednesday evening. So the second half of the season here with the Dirty Old Bastards for 305 Sprint Car competition. Of course, tonight here at the Volusia Speedway Park, the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series powered by Wicked Cushion Esports. It's a slow and steady pace here on the 305 Sprint Cars. They wait for the pace truck to move to the infield. Once they reach the start zone, it's in the hands of Jeremy Isabel. The green flag is out. We're underway here at Volusia. And no surprisingly, Jeremy Isabel goes straight to the lead. Justin Stolz in the 23 half spun the car. We stay green for the moment. Roberts and Justin Williams, they were side by side entering turn number 3. Roberts had the advantage. Shea Paulo slide job down into turn number 1 and 2. But here comes Williams in the black and pink. The Pink Panther. 2 down, 6 to run here in the opening heat race of the night. Williams was good there on the last lap. He was closing in on second place of Chris Roberts. He'll cut down through the slick, down to the low side of the exit of turn number 4. There goes Jeremy as well, riding up above the slick patch through turns number 1 and 2. Roberts continues to ride in the second spot. Top 2 will go straight to the dash. Everybody else will go straight through, or the top 4 will go straight through to the main event. Everybody else will be put into a B and C main. Just 3 more circuits to run here in the opening heat race of the night. And at the moment, Jeremy Isabel, who went quick time tonight, he's looking to make it a heat race win as well. But I gotta say, Chris Roberts is closing the gap. Looking about 3/10 of a second right now. Top to the bottom goes Jeremy Isabel. He'll go to the top into turn number 1. Out of turn number 2, he'll stay mid-track just above the slick groove. And Roberts is closing. He is catching up to your race leader. But there goes the slider line from Jeremy Isabel. And that could be the race-winning move. White flag is out. Final lap here in heat race number 1. The National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series. Into turn number 3, out of turn number 4. Top 2 drivers, Jeremy Isabel, Chris Roberts, they'll go to the dash. Third place is going to be Anthony Volusia and Carl McKinney going to come home. Third and fourth, those drivers will go to the main event. Spangler, Paulo, Stolz, Simmons, Vogelsong, and Justin Williams, your top 10 that'll round out heat race number 1. 3 more heat races still to come up on the program here. Of course, a big thanks to our sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV. A big thanks to Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder iRacing League, DirtFan.com, iRace Wraps, ISBC Broadcasting, and Critical Hit Baits. Make sure to check them out on all their social media pages. Give them a like and a follow. Keep up to date with all the fun things that they've got going on. As we look forward to heat race number 2 here. As cars are on the racetrack right now. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. On pole in car number 77, that'll be Aaron Schaefer. To the outside of the front row in car number 62, it's Tyler Grafton to start position number 2. Inside your second row, driving car number 22. At a position number 3, that'll be Joe Isabel. Randy Shee's going to start position number 4, driving the 156 machine. Out of position number 5 in car number 922, that's Brandon Kerstetter. To his outside in the 200, the position 6, that's Austin Stern. John Piet in position number 7, driving car number 5. Wally Reid in the 76 will start position number 8. And your final row, the 19 of Dante Brown starts position 9, and the 00 of Jeff Flarrow will start position number 10. So there's a look at the stars and cars here for heat race number 2, the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series. The drivers are on 1 to green right now, so the pace truck will move to the infield once it reaches turn number 4. Again, once the iRacing pace truck is off, they get to a start point. The leader may fire between the start point and when the green flag is thrown. Heat number 2, here we go, the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series. Schaefer gets on the gas. Joe Isabel tried to move out of the line, but here we go, 2 by 2 down into turn number 1 and 2. Schaefer, Isabel 1 and 2. Grafton falls back to 3rd. Schaefer is going to continue to lead. He will lead lap number 1. There's still 7 circuits to run here in heat race number 2. Grafton going to slide up in front of Shrees. Shrees holding on to the bubble spot, the final transfer spot, as here goes Grafton, but now look at Shrees trying to get a run on the outside. He will attempt to make the pass down into turn number 1 and 2. Shervs back to the inside, Grafton upstairs. Slide jump for position number 3. Now we've got a 4-car battle, the top 2 breaking away from the rest of the field. Grafton, can he hold on? Qualified 6 quick here tonight, but that outside starting row has just hurt him a little bit because Austin Stern and Brandon Kerstetter, they've both gotten on by. Now, Tyler Grafton falls back to position number 6, and there is that double O. It's showing up on the ticker as 200. That is Austin Stern. Meanwhile, Joe Isabel coming after Aaron Schaefer. Into turn number 1 and 2. We are 5 down, just 3 more circuits remaining here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Isabel to the inside. Slide job, no. Yellow is out. That was close, nearly contact there from the right rear of Joe Isabel. As the yellow flag will fly for the first time tonight here at the virtual Volusia Speedway Park, the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series. So remember, we've got 2 broadcasts going on simultaneously here on Ultimate Dirt TV, both on Facebook and YouTube. Steve McMillan calling another race. Don't even know what he's doing actually, but all I know is he's live at the same time, so multiple different broadcasts going on the same channel at the same time, and well, I think it's safe to say you're watching the #1 channel. Over 11,000 followers. So to everybody that has helped this channel in, whether it be a small part in coming back and continuing to watch these races that we put on, you know, whether you liked, shared, followed, we thank you. And from the management, they say thank you as well. Lights are out. A green-white checker to finish up heat race number 2. Feel free to let us know where you're watching from around the globe, and hope you're enjoying safe. Hope you're staying safe during the current times we're in. Our racing has certainly seen a growth, and as have we seen in numbers in broadcast. So a green-white checker to come out here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Tyler Grafton, all sorts of out of shape. He's got some heavy front-end damage on that 62 machine. Shea for the restart is exactly what he needed to get away from Joe Isabel, because Isabel was super quick in those last couple of laps just before the yellow flag had come out. And now we are just 1 lap away from heat race number 2, concluding here at the Volusia Speedway Park into turn number 3 and 4. Aaron Schaefer going to the dash, as is Joe Isabel. Randy Shree's off to the main event with Austin Stern. Dante Brown will be the first car to go through to the B main, along with Wally Reardon, Tyler Grafton, Jeff Flaro, Brandon Kerstetter, and John Piette. So that was heat number 2 complete. We've still got 2 more heat races to come here, live from the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. Heat race number 3, let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole in car number 17, that's John Bragman. To the outside of the front row, driving car number 9 out of position number 2, that's Jason Giblin. Second row inside position number 3 in car number 3, that's Curtis Merriman. To the outside, the Orbers Up Sim Sports, car number 25, Richie Preston going to roll off position number 4. Position number 5 in car number 34, that is John Klimowicz Jr. To the outside in the 115 out of position number 6, Derek Bond. Tim Nichols driving car number 21, the Tim Sims Dirt Track Simulators. He will roll off position number 7, and Scott Paig in car number 18 will roll off out of position number 8. And your final row out of position 9 and 10, driving the 44 car, Mike Henninger will start position number 9, and Matthew Seymour driving the 003 car will start position number 10. Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, we had a pretty good run. We should have won Kokomo, but it's what it is. Look, you can't win them all, apparently. Here we go, heat number 3 of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series. 10 cars, 8 laps, top 2 to the dash, top 4 to the main event, everybody else through to the B and C main. The green flag is out. Bragman got a good start, keep an eye on the 3 of Curtis Merriman and also Richie Preston in the 25. They'll switch lanes side by side down into turn number 3. Preston got tidy, moved up, look out, there's Curtis Merriman into the wall and upside down. Oh boy, big drama here on the front straight away. Yellow, 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 and Tim Nichols involved in the 21 machine as well. Derek Bond in the 115, he's got some heavy front end damage. He's missing the front wing on that car. Well, it's safe to say these drivers, they are trying to get very desperate in the early goings of the opening lap here at Volusia. 305 sprint cars, all momentum based. Now these drivers are on open setups as well, so they've got the opportunity to tune these cars as the night goes on and as the track gets a little bit slicker. It comes back down to some throttle control. They don't have the horsepower like the 360s or the 410s. They are all momentum based. So, caution number 2 of the night, but caution 1 here in heat race number 3. Here we go, John Bragman, pace truck is in, he'll stand on the gas, the green flag is out, we're back underway in heat race number 3. The 44 of Mike Kenninger and the 003 of Matthew Seymour, they were banging wheels down into turn number 1, but look at the 18 of Scott Paig. Now we're nearly going to go 3 wide for the transfer spot. Scott Paig in the 18 holds on to position number 4. Meanwhile, we've got a battle up front, battle for the race leaders. Here comes Giblin. Oh, look out! There was definitely some contact there with Bragman and Giblin. Preston will say, thank you very much, I'll take position number 2. I might just put myself into the dash if you don't mind. But again, we've still got 4 more circuits to run around the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. You see the drivers above the slick line all the way around this half a mile. It's pretty much of a D-shaped racetrack. They'll enter through the slick in turn number 1, slide it to the moisture up the top side. Popsicle sticks are getting ready to come out here for heat race number 3. 2 laps left to run, the tip of the green. Giblin in the 9 car continues to lead from Richie Preston and John Bragman. 1, 2 and 3. 4th is Scott Paig in the 18. The white flag this time by 2 more turns to go as they make their way out of turn number 2 into turn number 3 and turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Giblin will be victorious in heat number 3. Richie Preston going to come home second. Third is going to be John Bragman. Scott Paig home in 4th. Those 4 drivers booking their tickets to the main event. Mike Kenninger, Matthew Seymour, Derek Bond, Curtis Merriman, John Klimworks Jr. and Tim Nichols to round out your 10 cars there in the penultimate heat race of the night. Heat race number 3 is complete. We'll move into our 4th and final heat race of the night here at the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. You're watching the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series, presented by Dirty Old Bastards. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole, driving caliber 01, that's Kyle Stoltz. To the outside of the front row, it's going to be Tyler Henselman, who lines and rolls off position number 2. Position number 3, driving caliber 73, that'll be Alan Summel, and Nathan Brown in caliber 35, going to roll off at a position number 4. Position number 5 in the 110 machine, that'll be Kevin Hanley and Matthew Westfall. Driving car 4, going to roll off position number 6. Garrett Adams in the 13 will start position number 7. Nathan Stain in the 093 will start position number 8. And Brandon Igo will start position number 9, driving car number 45. Now, a little bit of adjustment to this lineup. Our third place driver, Alan Summel, did not grid. Therefore, Kevin Hanley moves up to position number 3. Garrett Adams moves up to position 5. And Brandon Igo going to move up to position number 7. Thus making it an 8-car heat race here. So Kyle Stoltz in the 01 machine and Tyler Henselman driving car number 21. We get set here for heat race number 4. Our fourth and final heat of the night. Then Kyle Stoltz, he will jump on the gas. Kevin Hanley now. He got a good start on the inside. This just seems to be the theme of the night. The third place car goes when the leader goes, of course. Leaving that outside front row just to ponder what is going on the start. Henselman just catching the front stretch walls. We watch the battle. 1, 2, and 3 on screen at the moment. Oh no, look at this contact. Cars around and we are about to go yellow, I think. Stay green for the time being as Kevin Hanley continues to put some good laps in on the top side of the racetrack. 0.3 of a second between himself and Kyle Stoltz. Kevin Hanley in the 110 machine on screen. That's your top 2. Then you go back to Tyler Henselman and Brandon Igo from position number 7. He's up to position number 4. He's got a transfer spot at the moment. We're still going to circulate another 4.5 more times here at Volusia. Kyle Stoltz now starting to feel the pressure from Kevin Hanley. Hanley will now make a move to the inside down into turn number 3. He will try and stay low as he can, but he gets right through the slick, and well, that's probably not the place to be. As you can see, he lost a bit of ground to Kyle Stoltz, who just powered on the outside. Henselman solid in 3rd, and Matthew Westfall coming after Brandon Igo for the 4th and final transfer spot. You just sort of see it at the back of your screen there. He tried to throw the slider in turn number 3 and 4, was unable to do so. We stay focused up 1 and 2. Now we'll go back and take a look at Igo. Well, he's got no trouble right now. We have 1 lap remaining here in the final heat race of the night. Still plenty of action to come. A big couple of days here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll explain that in just a few moments' time, but the final time for heat racing action here at the Virtual Volusia Speedway Park. Kyle Stoltz victorious. Kevin Hanley 2nd. Tyler Henselman 3rd. Brandon Igo will round out your top 4. Those 4 drivers go through to tonight's 35-lap main event. Matthew Westfall, Nathan Stain, Garrett Adams, Nathan Brown, and Alan Summel, along with some other drivers heading towards the B and C main. So which driver can potentially run the alphabet soup here tonight? There is no D main. Therefore, just a C and a B. Both are going to be 12 laps in distance. This is your C main, your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid, and Derek Bond in the 115 going to start on pole position. On the outside of the front row, position number 2, driving car number 13, that'll be Garrett Adams. James Simmons, driving car number 72, going to roll off position number 3, and Jeff Flarrow, the 00, will start position number 4. Third row, inside and outside, out of position 5 in car number 34, that it's John Klimowicz Jr., and Nathan Brown in car number 35 will start position number 6. Stephen Vogelsong in car number 39 will start position number 7. Brandon Kerstetter driving the 922 will start position number 8. Fifth row, inside, outside, positions 9 and 10. The 21 of Tim Nichols rolls off position 9. And the 73 of Alan Samel will roll off position number 10. Justin Williams, the 010, will start position number 11. John Piet in the 5 will start position number 12. And your 13th and final starter, driving car number 3, that'll be Curtis Merriman. Just 2 drivers not to grid in this one, John Klimowicz Jr. and Alan Samel, both... Oh, how about we say this? How about they've blown an engine? They have put the cars back inside the hauler, and their 305 Sprint Car journey is done for tonight. For the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum, 305 Sprint Car Series, of course, powered by Wicked Cushion Esports. A big thanks to, of course, Tim Nichols, Tim Sims, and Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. And, of course, all these races put on by Dirty Old Bastards. We're about to go green. 12 laps of top 4. If you're not inside the top 4, you're also going to be like Alan Samel and John Klimowicz. You'll pack it up in the hauler, you'll go home. Or you might even just have a bit of social distancing about yourself here at the virtual racetrack. Here we go. Green flag is out. And Bond got a great start. To watch this field trying to negotiate their way through turn number 1 and 2. Jeff Flower, the 00. That's the white with the orange wing there. Oh, look out. We've got the 72. Oh, no. 35 around. Big contact. Flipping wildly is the 5. John Piet. Well, I think this is a perfect time as the yellow flag will come out here to take a look at our Wicked Cushion instant replay. So we take a look, thanks to Black Diamond Motorsports, with our onboard shots here tonight. Oh. That's a violent flip. Just rode the right rear there of Tim Nichols, and that car flipping for majority of the front straightaway. So keep an eye on that black and red number 5. Thankfully, our onboard cameras are able to stay on and not be destroyed after a nasty, nasty ride. This would happen to Nathan Brown here as well on the Browns Automotive number 35 machine. Oh, I just tagged the back of, so I think that who that was, the 72 of Simmons. Lights are out. We're back to live pictures here from the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. 2 down, 10 to run. Beautiful sunset over the back of turns number 3 and 4. Ten laps remaining in tonight's C-Main. Flero down to the low side, trying to put the move there on Garrett Adams in the 13 for position number 2. Does he go for the daily double slide jump? No, he tries to keep it locked down on the bottom side, but that top side just above the slick is all too fast at the moment through turn number 1 and 2. And the same out of turn number 3 and 4. Remember, top 4 going to move straight to the main event. Sorry, they'll move to the back of the B-Main. Everybody else from 5th on back, well, it's for a bit of bragging rights. We got another car upside down, and the flip count is getting a little bit bigger here. Let's take a look here at your Wicked Cushion instant replay, and we can see what happened here to the 72. And there was contact between the 72 and I think it might have been Justin Williams in the 010 machine. Yep, that's where it all started. Here's the contact route, just there. Car outside, now car into the wall, and upside down we go. Multiple different angles here, again thanks to Black Diamond Motorsports. Just some different shots here from the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. Yeah, I tell you what, our cameraman and our flagman doing a great job. Welcome back live to virtual Volusia Speedway Park. Five down and 7 remaining. Green flag once again here at Volusia. 7 to go in C-Main competition. Flaro, oh look out, Flaro almost into the side of Garrett Adams and causing sort of a ripple effect there because the guys behind him, Justin Williams and Brendan Kerstetter. Now look at this, 3 make that a 4-car battle for positions 2, 3, 4 and 5. And again, one of these 4 drivers, oh, upside down goes the 13 of Garrett Adams. And nobody else is on the racetrack, so we're staying green. No one was near Adams on that one, and he's pulled it back to pit road. And unfortunately, Garrett Adams is going to be one of those cars that will not make tonight's B main. No, definitely, Joe. But we're not here to say, you know, what could have or should have happened. We're here to focus on the action here at the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. And right now, Derek Bond holds nearly a 1 second advantage in tonight's C-Main. Second is Jeff Flaro in the 00 machine. As the time is getting a little closer, he was looking at timing and scoring 2/10 quicker than your race leader there on the previous lap. And Jeff Flaro is coming, but time is really starting to run out here as the white flag is going to fly. Although if you're in the top 4, you've got nothing to worry about. Return number 3 and 4. Checkered flag. Your drivers going to the B main. Derek Bond and Jeff Flaro. Justin Williams and Brandon Kerstetter. 5th on back, bit of social distancing. You might as well head over to the bar. Tim Nichols, Stephen Vogelsson, Garrett Adams. And the rest of the drivers did not finish their tonight's C main. So that will conclude your C main. Our B main up next. And we got 14 cars getting set to tackle the virtual Volusia half a mile of a racetrack. Top 8 will make it through, and it is 12 laps in distance. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for your B main. Starting on pole in car number 2, that'll be Patrick Spangler. On the outside of the front row, the 19 of Dante Brown at a position number 2. Mike Kenninger will roll off at a position number 3, and he's outside in car number 4, position 4. That'll be Matthew Westfall. Third row inside, the 33 of Shea Paulo at a position number 5, and Wally Reardon in the 76 will start position number 6. Matthew Seymour in the 003 will start position 7. Nathan Stay in the 093 out of position number 8. Fifth row will be Justin Stolz in caliber 23 to start position number 9 and position number 10. Tyler Grafton driving caliber 62. Then you go back to your C-main winner and transferees out of position 11. Derek Bond in the 115 out of position 11. Position 12 was the 00 of Jeff Flarrow. And Justin Williams in the 010 out of 13th and 14th starter tonight. In car number 922, Brandon Kerstetter. This is the last chance to make it into the big dance. The top 8 only going through to tonight's A-main. "12 laps on the board once again. Patrick Spangler in the Ed Lynch 2L machine. We're about to roll off. Here we go. Green flag is out. We're underway. And look at the field here. Look at the gap he's put on the field. They're going to go 3 wide down into turn number 1 and 2. Oh no, Dante Brown. We're going to car around and, well, we stay green. How good is that? But we're going to have ourselves a quick yellow, and there it is. The yellow does come out. It's 305 sprint cars. So, quick early caution here at the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. Tonight's B-main. And tonight, Australian time, in around 7 hours time. So you're looking at about 5 a.m. tomorrow morning on the eastern side of America. We have some midgets. We've got the Speedcar Association of New South Wales putting up their 50-lapper event tonight. And tonight starts prelim night number 1. Tomorrow night, prelim night number 2. We'll have 2 groups tomorrow. And then Saturday... Oh, you're a clown, Luke. I told you, don't worry about it. And then on Saturday afternoon, we'll have the E-main, D-main, C and B, plus the 50-lap A-main as well. Thank you for the stars, buddy, though. Appreciate it. Glad to help you. Told you, I would have done it for free. So lights are out. We are set to relaunch this B-main. 11 laps left in this journey for the 305 Sprint Car Series. We're back underway. Green flag is out and Patrick Spangler in the 2 car. Shea Paulo looking to the inside on Mike Henninger. He will take over second spot. Now Paulo coming after the race leader, but he's still got 10 laps to get something done here. Right now we're watching the 44 on screen of Mike Henninger. Wally Redden back there in position number 4. Then you look at Nathan Stain, Justin Stolz, Tyler Grafton and Derek Bond. Your top 8 drivers in this one. Jeff Flarrow just 1 spot shy of running the suit here tonight. Here comes Grafton looking to the outside, I should say. The Tyler Grafton, the white number 62 machine. He's right up on the cushion through turn number 3. Justin Stolz that inside. And the number 23 machine right through the slick. Probably not ideal, but somehow he's making it work. He gets by Nathan Stain in the 093 car. Derek Bonda, look at him roll that green. 45, I think it is. 35, and I can't see that far. Timing and scoring says 1:15. It's not the case. Uh-oh, Tyler Croft and Jeff Floro upside down. Yellow about to come out. There it is. Floro. His main event journey is incomplete. So Shea, back to Shea Paulo there. Jeff Floro, his main event journey has come to a halt. The beauty of this is we get to move the now Black Diamond Motorsports cameras around. So inside the cockpit here of Patrick Spangler in the number 2 machine. A beautiful shot there in the background. Time to go back to green flag action. Just a handful of laps left to run in tonight's B main. Shea Paulo, your race leader. Patrick Spangler in the 2 car, running in second. Mike Kenninger in third. Fourth is Wally Reardon. In the 76, the 23 of Justin Stolz. Nathan Stain 6th. Derek Bond 7th. And Justin Williams in 8th. Green flag. So Spangler on the outside as we watch 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th there. On screen from Lynch. The Ed Lynch livery 2L machine as we've got a car about to come back out on the pit road. That's Jeff Floro. Stalls in the 23 in position 3 right now, but watch Wally Reardon driving that 76 as here comes Nathan Stain to the outside. Mike Kenninger getting a little loosey-goosey there. Uh-oh, contact into turn number 1 and 2. 3 cars involved. Yellow is back out. It's 305s. It's anyhow. I think it's our 3rd caution in this B main tonight, so we're just awaiting a green-white checker run. There we go, green flag back out, green white checker coming out here at Volusia. 2 laps left to run for Shea Paulo. Once we'll take, oh, in fact, we're running out of time, so it looks like we're on our white flag lap right now. So, time to race coming out, final time, Shea Paulo. I think what with this one before. Yep, see, it threw the white flag a little bit earlier than expected. I don't know why. Anyhow, through turn number 3 and 4, we run. Now the checkered flag comes out. Top 8, there's going to be Shea Paulo, Justin Stolz, Patrick Spangler, Nathan Stain, Wally Reardon, Mike Kenninger, Justin Williams, Tyler Grafton, and Dante Brown. So now as the lights are on here at the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. Where we'd normally take a break, we are just awaiting the drivers in the dash. They'll draw for their numbers. So in fact, we will take this opportunity right now to take a quick commercial break and come back on the other side of this. Alright, here we go. Welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV's coverage of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series, of course, powered by Wicked Cushion Esports and, of course, Tim Nichols at Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. Six laps the journey for this dash tonight, and Joe Isabel starts on pole. Kevin Hanley going to roll off at a position number 2. Aaron Schaefer third. In fact, that's Kyle Stoltz in the 01 at a position number 4. Then we go back and take a look at Jeremy Isabel back there in position 5. Richie Preston out of 6. Chris Roberts out of 7th. And Jason Giblin at a position number 8. Here we go. No yellows in this one. It's straight up. How they finish is how they will start tonight's 35 lap main event. Green flag is out. We are underway in tonight's dash. 6 laps into the distance. Look at this. 3 wide already through turn number 1 and 2. And they'll stay 3 wide, locked in a great battle down into turn number 3 and 4. Schaefer, all sorts of crossed up. Now look at the catfish of Chris Roberts. Meanwhile, it's the Isabel boys out in front, 1 and 2. It's Joe leading Jeremy. Then Kevin Hanley, 2 down. 4 laps left to run. Can it be an Isabel front row? Kevin Hanley says, nope, I want to take that outside front row. And I think Jeremy might just say, right, no worries, you start there. I'll look to start position number 3. Look at Kyle Stoltz on the inside, halfway home, 3 down, 3 to run. Oh, Preston into the side of Isabel. Top 3 is Joe, Isabel, Kevin Hanley, and Kyle Stoltz. 2 to run. Hanley to the middle of the racetrack in turns number 1 and 2. He's got all sorts of pressure right now on Joe Isabel. Slide job, but Isabel around the outside, and Isabel, that's Joe, taking back the race lead down into turn number 1 and 2. Joe Isabel just 2 turns away from putting it on pole in tonight's A main event for 35 laps around Volusia. The checkered flag is out. Joe Isabel wins. Hanley home in second. Third is going to be Kyle Stoltz. And you go back to Chris Roberts, Aaron Schaefer, Jeremy Isabel. And we're looking at some other drivers. Giblin and Preston recording DNFs. So these drivers will have 2 minutes to go out there and just make some final adjustments, get some fuel added into the race cars, and of course we'll take a quick break and come back on the other side of this. You're watching the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series, powered by Wicked Cushion Esports, Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, and of course presented by Dirty Old Bus. We'll take a quick break and come back. Your 35 lap main event just around the corner. And welcome back, race fans, to Ultimate Dirt TV's coverage of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum 305 Sprint Car Series. Brett Wheeler here with you for tonight's A-Main call. Don't forget to like and follow our Facebook page. Don't forget you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel. We can do up to between 10 to 15 broadcasts a week, and well, we've got plenty of action to come over the coming days right here on Ultimate Dirt TV to keep you entertained, whether it's early morning or whether it is at night. We've got a lot of action to cover here on Ultimate Dirt TV, and what we've got to cover right now is our 35 lap A main event. The field is rolling off behind the iRacing.com pace truck. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Alright, so the first 8 positions, they'll be mixed up just because of the dash that we had. Those 8 drivers in the dash: Jeremy Isabel, Aaron Schaefer, Jason Giblin, Kyle Stoltz, Chris Roberts, Joe Isabel, Richie Preston, and Kevin Hanley. From position 9 on back is correct Anthony Marvuglia, Randy Shreves out of row 5. Row 6, John Bragman and Tyler Henselman. Row 7, Carl McKinney and Austin Stern. Row 8, Scott Page and Brandon Igo. Row 9, Shea Paulo and Justin Stolz. Row 10, Patrick Spangler and Nathan Stain. Row 11 and 12, Wally Reardon, Mike Henninger, Justin Williams and Tyler Grafton. So as the pace truck moves to the infield, the field is assembled into rows of 2 by 2. These first 2 laps. Just to clear any black flag, once the dash cars are in their correct positions, it looks like they are. So we've still got to roll around the Volusia 2 more times before we go live for 35. Of course, again, a big thanks to, of course, the guys over at the National Sprintcar Hall of Fame and Museum. Big thanks to, of course, Tim Nichols at Tim Sims Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. And, of course, a big thanks to, of course, the guys at the Dirty Old Bastards for the races they put on every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Of course, we cover the Wednesday and Thursday side of things for the sprint cars. 4:10 sprint cars tomorrow night, 9 Eastern, 8 Central. Of course, big thanks to Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder iRacing League, DirtFan.com, iRace Wraps, ISBC Broadcasting, and Critical Hit Baits. Our A main for the 35 lap sprint car, the 305s. We're about to launch these drivers. Yellow laps not counting. This one could be wild. Where green flag is out. And we are underway. And Joe Isabel going to lead through turn number 1 and 2. Kyle Stoltz up on the inside. That 01 machine going to move into position 2. Then you go back to Kevin Hanley, who rides in third as he'll now try to make the pass for position number 2 on the outside. We've got a top, we've got a bottom, we've even got a middle sliding up to the top, so a couple of different lines to choose from. How will these drivers chop and change their lines throughout the course of tonight's 35 lap main event? Right now, Kyle Stoltz on the inside, Schaefer holding off Joe Isabel. Hanley back there in third, trying to hold off Aaron Schaefer. Oh, going right through the slip. That's not where you want to be, boys. Try and keep it locked down on the low side. And look at the catfish, Chris Roberts. You remember about 3 weeks ago, he come from 24th to 1st at the dirt track in Charlotte. And how did he do it? Doing what he does best and just rolling the bottom side. Joe Isabel continues to lead from Kyle Stoltz. Kevin Hanley positions number 2 and 3. Hello, Jared Schaefer back to 4th. And Chris Roberts back there to round out your top 5. We are single file for the first handful of spots. Joe Isabel working on Richie Preston. Down the back straight away, yellow. So, multiple cars involved. The 093 of Nathan Stain. In fact, he didn't even grid. Patrick Spengler 4 laps down. Might have been the likes of Carl McKinney, maybe Tyler Grafton. couple of those drivers involved in that one. So hopefully sitting on 2 to green right now. The lights will turn off next time by. If they do, it means we are going green flag racing. Again, tomorrow morning for the Americans, but later on tonight for the Australian viewers. 2020 Esports Sydney Speedcar Midget 50 Lapper. Group number 1. Alright, here we go. Getting set to go back to green flag action here at Volusia. We are back underway in tonight's main event. We are looking at 28 laps left in this one as we come out of turn number 4, this time by. Look at Jeremy Isabel up on the inside of Chris Roberts, and now Aaron Schaefer catches the inside wall. Now we'll go 3 wide out of turn number 2. Schaefer goes right through the middle. Schaefer goes right through the middle. Roberts goes back to the inside. Well, I bet you he's wishing he had his Charlotte set in just to roll the bottom. Preston behind Roberts as he'll now look to move to the outside. This is for positions number 6 and 7. Meanwhile, Schaefer and Jeremy Isabel still going at it. Schaefer will have position 4. There's your top 3 on screen, just spreading out just a little bit. Isabel, look at him working that wheel. We'll take a look on board right now with the 37 of Jeremy Isabel. Thanks to Black Diamond Motorsports. You can just see him working the wheel ready. We're trying to stick it down low. Thought he might have been going for the slider there, but wasn't to be. Look at this 4-car pack, 2x2. Jeremy Isabel, Aaron Schaefer, Chris Roberts, and Richie Prestons. We're not worried about any wrecks at the moment. We're worried about some good, clean, hard racing as Isabel put the slider on Schaefer. 22 to run. So your top 3 have just cleared out from positions number 4. Third place is Kevin Hanley. He's got over a 1 second advantage back to 4th place. Just keep swapping between Schaefer and Jeremy Isabel. Jeremy Isabel now with a slide job. Here comes Roberts around the outside. He's had to go upstairs into turn number 3 and 4. He'll do the same in 1 and 2. Preston trying to get back by Roberts. These 2 drivers have gone at it the last 5 or 6 laps. In fact, these 3 out of these 4 drivers on the screen have been going at it pretty much since the restart. Just some 10 laps to go. $18 remaining here in the main event. As now we've got a challenge for 2nd and 3rd as Kevin Hanley is putting pressure on Kyle Stoltz through turn number 3 and 4. Kyle Stoltz just gathering it back up right now. In fact, He was getting closer to your race leader, and that's when we decided to obviously change the camera. But Kyle Stoltz just obviously making one too many errors there in judgment, as Jeremy Isabel now, well, he was starting to close in on second and third, but just it's falling off the times right now. Lap times in the mid 16 seconds. Have a look at what is approaching half a straightaway in front of your race leader. And if this thing stays green, we are going to be in traffic. Stoltz and Hanley working together right now to catch up to your leader. There is your top three on screen. Top side slowly going away, and that bottom side starting to make its way back into the fastest group around Volusia. Couple of car links between first and second, and then a car link between second and third, as here we go. Oh no! Kyle Stoltz around! Oh man, Joe Isabel. He come off the top, came down the racetrack, and Kyle Stoltz was there. Stoltz must be fuming right now. And we are going to see if the race leader claims that one, or he opts not to claim it, and hopefully he doesn't get penalised post-race. To me, just come off the top, came down the track, and looks like he's not going to give that up. Smart move. So 2 to green right now, and when we go back to green in a lap and a bit's time, we will have 11 laps to run. That was a good green flag run. So now what that does, that actually eliminates the lap traffic out of this one. So it's all back on the drivers here for these final 11 laps. So in fact, Kyle Stoltz, in fact, been given an EOL on that one. He has claimed responsibility for that one, and just maybe you'll think, well, let's hopefully race control take care of that one, but it is what it is. To me, when we first had a look at it, or the only time we had a look at it, just looked like a bit of a racing deal. $11 to run, 5.5 miles around Volusia. Green flag is back out, and now Joe Isabel has clear track in front of him. Jeremy right on the low side, but he's back there in position 3. Richie Preston, he can smell a podium here as Jeremy Isabel puts a slider there on Kevin Hanley into turn number 3. Hanley to the inside, now Preston to the inside. They're all ducking and diving down to the low side. So right on the slider line, here comes Jeremy. He's got the wing tug back, and he is just trying to keep it pinned, trying to keep it glued to the bottom side. Look at the battle on for second and third and fourth right now. Preston moves into third. Hanley turns it back underneath him. Now look at behind them is Chris Roberts in the 93 car. He's looking for a podium as well. Hanley slides up to the top, nearly 3 wide, and Roberts is looking for the daily double. Uh-oh, Preston and Hanley make contact. Chris Roberts up to position number 3. Hanley just going backwards there. Schaefer, Giblin, and Shreves. We'll try and keep an eye on the race leaders, but look at this battle third through to about 8th there. You can almost see him on screen now. As Shree's just out of picture, but now he'll come back into picture. With just 6 laps left to run in tonight's main event. Top 2, the Isabel boys. Joe leading Jeremy. Roberts back there in 3rd. And then you go back to, I was going to say Schaefer, but it's actually Richie Preston. Schaefer's battling with Kevin Hanley right now and Jason Giblin. Joe Isabel at the moment, he has got something figured out in the number 3 machine. But just as I say that, he lost a little bit of ground. In fact, he's the 6th. Is he running out of fuel? He is short on fuel. He has to be. There is no way and no way, Jose, why he would save this much. Oh, Joe Isabel, heartache for the driver of the number 6 machine, giving up the number 1 spot. How much longer can he hang on for? Chris Roberts is now going to move into 2nd. And here comes Richie Preston. Oh boy. Joe Isabel, he was about 5 laps short, miscalculating, misjudging the fuel situation. That time by, it was 2 to run. It'll be 1 to go this time by for Jeremy. White flag is out, final time in tonight's main event. And has he got problems with fuel? Can Chris Roberts, can he take away a win down the back straightaway for the final time? They're going to throw the kitchen sink at him down into turn number 3 and 4. Who's going to get the win? It's going to be a drag race. Oh, Roberts got him, I think. Chris Roberts, I think, got him. He does. .020. Jeremy Isabel, 2nd place. Richie Preston home in 3rd. Oh, boy, can you believe it? The Isabel boys, fuel playing a massive part in tonight's main event. And there he goes, look at him parking the 93 in victory lane. Wow, oh wow. How about that for some drama, folks? We'll chat to our top 3, hopefully here in just a few moments' time. But what a way to finish off the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. The 305 Sprint Car Series. What a finish. .020 of a second. Just awaiting the arrival of Chris Roberts, Jeremy Isabel, and Richie Preston. In fact, we'll bring in our 3rd place driver here tonight, Mr. Richie Preston. Richie, congratulations. Well, I tell you what, you're finding some form in the last couple of weeks. No matter what we cover here on Ultimate Dare TV, you're always finding a podium.
Yeah, I'm just kind of getting used to my new pedals I got a couple weeks ago. It's just kind of getting used to them, and the setups are always working as usual, so that's always a plus here.
35 laps around Volusia. The track was already slick here tonight going into the main event. Where were you planning on putting this 25 machine?
I like the bottom here, and it actually came in because Chris said he messed up with the weather. He put it to like night or something like that. It was supposed to be in the daytime, so I knew the bottom was going to come in, especially if it was at night, and it did, and it fell into our favor there. And then Isabel, both of them were about out of fuel, so that was interesting at the end for sure, but we'll take a 3rd for sure.
Well, buddy, congratulations on the 3rd place run here at Volusia, the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame 305 Sprint Car Series. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate the 3rd place, but before we let you go, of course, sponsors on the race car, people behind the scenes, who makes it happen for you?
Yeah, you for the broadcast, Brett, Ultimate Dare TV, National Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum, for putting the sponsor in the league, and also DOB, of course, with Chris and all those guys, and then my team, Elbows Up Sim Sport, our sponsors, Motorsports Beat, Anderson Speedway, Just Up Logistics, Paints by Tunican, Hergot Real Estate Group, BS Air, O The Wall Photography, Catch Fence Apparel, and Fairway Independent Mortgage Company. All
right, there we go. Richie Preston there, home in 3rd place tonight. No Joe Isabel just yet, so let's go down to victory lane by .020 of a second. Well, I got to say, he's found victory lane twice in the last, I think, 3 races. And I think he said in the last 6 broadcasts, I think you've had like 4 podiums. You're on a bit of a roll lately, Chris.
Oh, hell yeah, man. That's the fuel game right there. That's Joe. When I saw him running low and backing up, I figured he was running himself out of gas again. And then I figured Jeremy would be on about the same fuel strategy there, and he ran out right there coming out of 4, and I was able to get him, man. That was great.
You had to adjust your line early on. The bottom wasn't quite there. It was still all around the top side of the racetrack. What were you thinking in those last sort of 10 laps, just as you guys were going back to green? Were you hoping that the bottom side was going to come back in?
Yeah, that's I gave the guys a rare night race. Kind of screwed the time up on that one today, but hey, it happens every now and then. The track, if it daytime, it probably would have opened up a lot sooner. But it still opened up, and there the last 10 laps, like you said, I was hoping the middle was still going to be there. That's over that long run. I got into the middle, and it was working for me. Like you said, the top side through 3 and 4 early on was the place to be, but the middle came to life, and you know how I set my cars up. They're good for either the bottom or the slick, and running it right through the middle, hitting that loose stuff that was getting kicked up from the guys running the bottom. She was doing good, and that's even before them 2 guys started saving fuel. I told my guys, I said, man, if I could get a yellow, I think I could win this. And then they both run out of fuel, but I knew running that middle there, if it was still there that last run, I was going to have something for them.
Well, you didn't have to come from 24th tonight, so that's always a bonus. I think you had to come from about 5th or 6th in tonight's main event, but it was still a tough race to get by because these, as you know, these 3 or 5 sprint cars, they're all momentum based.
Oh yeah, it's didn't have to come from 24th, which is always nice. A little, I don't know if it's less stressful or not because that run was kind of fun and unbelievable at Charlotte. But started 4th and I fell back to like 7th or 8th just because I couldn't run the line I wanted to, especially 1 and 2. 1 and 2, I was searching all over the place early on, and it's like you said with the 305s, it's a lot of momentum, and that opening stint, I'm going, man. This is why I prefer running day races with the 305s because we're all 1 and 2 kind of following each other, 3 and 4 following each other. But that second half of the race, it finally opened up and we were able to run different lines and make some moves and have a good race.
Chris, well, second time in about 3 weeks you found victory lane. This time you do it at the virtual Volusia Speedway Park, so we'll let you get out of it and celebrate this win. But before we let you go, of course, sponsors, shout-outs, all that good stuff, mate, who makes it happen for you.
Oh yeah, thank everybody who always comes out, runs with us, has a fun time. Thanks for all of them, all the fans out there, you guys watching. We try our best to put on great shows week in, week out for you guys. Our sponsors, the National Sprintcar Hall of Fame, everything they've been doing for us this season with the 305s, and the awesome championship prize pack that they've put up with. 4 tickets to all 3 nights of the 360 Nationals, hopefully with fans this year, and it all goes as planned, hopefully. Tim Sims, everything that he does with prize packs and handouts and, all the prizes that he does and all the support he gives the dirt community on here. I forgot to give you a keyword today, but we'll get one for tomorrow. Get a fan pack out there for tomorrow. Wicked Cushion Esports, and Wicked Energy Gum, everything that they've done for us throughout the whole time they've been around. Thanks to them. Super Clean for the Quick Time Award tonight, which that'll go to Jeremy. So congrats on him for picking up that Super Clean Quick Time Award. And you, Brett, up here in the booth, you do a great job. Love going back and watching it. And I haven't been working much as, everything's slow, but I got to work tomorrow, but I'll probably stay up late and watch the broadcast like I usually do. So once again, thanks to everybody who comes out, helps us, thanks to my admin team for always helping out when needed. So thanks, guys. All
right, there we go. Chris Roberts there, home in first place. And well, just shy of a win here tonight by 0.020 of a second. It's Jeremy as well. Jeremy, this one might be a hard one to swallow, buddy, but a bit of second place. But hey, good run in the end.
Yeah, I mean, we can't complain. We came into this season, the JIR team being the first time running with DOB. We wanted to hit the ground running, and we did. We were top three podium first 2 weeks, and then I kind of fell off. I had some bad runs. USA, I didn't even think I qualified there, honestly. And then last week, unfortunate again, and I did pretty poor. So I'm just happy to be in the podium. It's unfortunate, me and Joe were short on gas. I ran out right at the checkered flag. I tried to stuff my nose into Chris and wreck us so that maybe I was in first, through the checkered flag. And I guess that's kind of shitty to say, but in this game, you can get away with that.
Oh, it's funny you say that because I don't think a lot of people would actually own up to that. So, to say
I'll own up to it.
So to say that, that just goes to show that the class of competition, the class of driver that you are. So, but look, what was going through your mind when sort of Joe was running out of fuel with about 5 laps to go? Were you sort of worried yourself?
I didn't even think about my fuel. I run relative on the black box in the bottom right, and we come 5 to go or 6 to go, and we're on Discord together, and Joey's like, man, I'm not gonna make it on fuel. I got 5 to go, and we got 10 laps left or 9 laps left or whatever it was, and I was like, oh snap, I gotta check my fuel. So I clicked over and looked, and I'm like, all right, well, it says I have 4.4 laps left, and this was on when we had 4 to go or 5 to go. I was like, all right, I just need to hug the bottom and keep my momentum up as best as possible. And then as soon as Joey had said that, my brother, I went right around him on the top, and I probably used a little fuel right there, honestly, that would have given me that win. But all in all, I can't say I've raced anybody else for 25, 30 laps straight and not touched them or caused a caution and actually enjoyed it. And that's exactly what I did with Chris. And that's exactly what we did at Lima Land too a couple weeks ago. So, I mean, I love this league. I love racing with Chris. I love racing with everybody else. I love racing with the JIR guys. So, I mean, I'm just glad that I'm able to do it.
Well, Jeremy, second place here tonight, .020 of a second. You fall just shy of picking up the win, but buddy, we'll let you get out of here and let you celebrate a second place with your teammates, and we'll let you thank some sponsors before we let you go too.
Yep, we're going to come for that win. We're going to get it this season, I'm hoping. But I'd like to thank JIR Motorsports, J&J Renovation, and then everybody else that puts this on, DOB, Chris, you, UDTV, and that's about it. You have a good night, Brett.
All right, there we go. Jeremy Isabel, they're home in second spot here tonight, but your winner in Caliber 93 for the second time in the space of about 3 weeks, Chris Roberts, goes to victory lane. Again, a big thanks to, of course, the National Sprintcar Hall of Fame and Museum. Big thanks to Wicked Cushion Esports, Tim Sims, Tim Nichols at Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, and Super Clean as well, and everybody that makes all this possible here on a Wednesday night. That'll wrap us up here from Volusia. Tomorrow night for Dirty Old Bastards competition, the 410 Winged Sprint Car Series back at 9 p.m. Eastern. But before that, tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. for you Americans, Eastern that is, we'll have the 2020 Esports Speed Car 50 Lapper, 7 p.m. tonight for the Australian time zone, Australian Eastern Standard Time Zone. And a big thanks to our sponsors and partners here at Ultimate Dirt TV. Big thanks to Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder iRacing League, DirtFan.com, iRace Wraps, ISBC Broadcasting, and Critical Hit Baits. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, we say farewell. Good night from Volusia. We'll see you in about 6.5 hours' time. Good night.